I turned my back on the peeping toms. Come on, don't act all innocent. Most men are randy bastards, and women will love my story. I slipped the 5 leather-bound books into her hands. Dad had invented a small print machine to replicate all his written inventions, so I'd secretly used it to make copies of my book. You said there were potential customers in Wildfire. If they like these, I can get more copies made. We'll split the sales in half. I held my breath, studying the way she glanced down at the book I'd spent months writing. And now, with Dad not selling any of his inventions for weeks, I was desperate to help pay our debt before we lost the family home. Her nose wrinkled as she studied the cover. Who's Mila Young? I giggled. It's my pen name. I can't let my dad find out I write these. I'll die from embarrassment. The sweet aroma of barbecued corn found me, and my stomach growled. But I had food in the backpack to enjoy once I left the markets, and I pushed the strap higher on my shoulder. A flurry of voices hummed on the wind, the surrounding stores in the courtyard brimming with people. My attention returned to Ariella. I'd met her a few months ago here, and naturally, I'd been drawn to her stall. While I'd read most of the books she offered, they never held my interest, so instead, I scribed tales I'd love to read. Most people want to learn about visiting other realms, dealings with the drama in royal families, how to care for domestic animals. Gah, Snorefest. I took her hand. Please, just try. That's all I'm asking. A breeze fluttered through my hair, sending auburn strands across my face, and a chill ran down my back as it always did when the goddess sent a warning. I scanned the rows of vendors selling foods, clothing, plants, and even handmade toys. At the corner of the market was my father, his fists resting on his belly, facing 2 guards. My stomach dropped. Why were they speaking with him? Had someone found out about my books? Guards reported to the priestess and talked to people for 2 reasons. Either they wanted whatever you were selling for free, or were arresting someone. Look, I've got to go. I pushed the books back into Ariella's grasp. For me, just try. Please. And if you need a place to stay tonight, my room is free. I'm traveling out of town for the next few days. And I had to get a move on. I was already several days late to meet a friend, Aliana, at the Golden Lock Tavern in the White Peak realm. The likelihood that she'd given up on me bugged me. I prayed she hadn't. I glanced over my shoulder as a guard fumbled with one of Dad's inventions, his armored bedside table with a removable top that transformed into a shield, complete with an arm strap and buckle on the underside. The single leg doubled as a club, the perfect protection if anyone broke into your house in the middle of the night, he'd insisted, which was why I had one in my bedroom. Just for you. Ariella's voice drew my attention. I'll read it first, then show it to a few customers who might be interested. All right? She tucked them under her stall. Thanks. I hugged Ariella. You're the best. Anytime, and I might take you up on that offer tonight. Good idea. Dad loves your company and listening to stories about Darkwoods. My parents had always brought me up to welcome anyone in need into our home, regardless of race. Fugitive or not. And Ariella always snuck into Tara in the early hours of the morning when guards didn't patrol the woods. She broke free of our embrace and turned to a woman with a young child who was approaching the stand. Ariella tugged down her hat. I fixed the bag strap sliding down my arm and rushed through the crowds. 3 men insisted on blocking the narrow path, so I careened around them. Someone trod on my foot and I winced. This was why I hated the markets. People treated the place as if it were the end of the world, shoving and pushing for goods. What I wouldn't give to lounge in the sun, enjoy the silence, and write. Bursting free from the cluster of bodies near the candy stand,